and good night. Thanks again for downloading the Body Snatchers podcast. And when you listen, stream, or download straight to your device, Castbox is your best option. Remember, if you like what you hear today, don't forget to subscribe and comment. So let's get started with Steve, Tino, Gia, and John with the news. Enjoy the show.
All right, guys, good morning and good night. Tino and Gia here from the Body Snatchers podcast. Today we're going to be talking about E3 Day 2. Gia, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Sleepy, because I've been powering through E3 stuff like nonstop the last 48 hours.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because I've been at drill for the last 2 days, so I was watching it in between doing stuff there.
Oh, geez. Well, today, guys, we're going to keep things kind of short and sweet. We're just going to mention, as many games as we can in a decent amount of time and just touch base on it and just pretty much give you guys a little bit of insight to what's going on, because a lot of people are skipping over games. They aren't bothering to watch E3, don't have time. So that's why we're here, to try to help you out so you know what's going on in the world of video games and fun. So that being said, the first thing I wanted to start off with was Tomb Raider. That's the newest one coming out, Crystal Dynamics. I'm not particularly excited about a Tomb Raider game, to be honest with you, but it does look like they're spending a lot of time on it. Some of the action scenes that they showed were pretty brutal, where she's in the jungle and shoots somebody with a bow and arrow, and then takes that there's rope attached to the arrow, flips it over a tree branch, pulls him up from the wound, and then looked like she snapped his neck. I was like, Jesus, okay, I see what you're doing.
It looks like it goes back to the very visceral state that Tomb Raider was in the beginning, and that's what I'm excited for. And of course, with the better graphics. I've been playing the Tomb Raider games just for nostalgia's sake, and I've been really disappointed with the last few, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this one is more than a one playthrough kind of game.
It looks like it's going to be pretty good. It looks like it's got a lot of depth to it. All these games are going in the direction where you don't want to stop playing because you feel like you're watching a fucking movie, and I really think that this is going to be one of those games. So
yeah, and definitely. And I even with that, some of those games, I've only been able to play it through one time. For instance, God of War, I'm still playing through that mess because it's awesome as hell, but I can't even think offhand one of the newer games, just because I've lost interest so fast. But I'll maybe play it through to the end. Sometimes I don't even finish them and they just sit somewhere else.
Fair enough. Here's something that caught my eye. I am a huge Final Fantasy 14 fan.
Yes, that combination with Monster Hunter.
What the hell? I need details.
Boy,
yeah.
I saw that. The Palico one screeching, because first of all, I was like, what's that dude looking like Orin out in the middle of the damn field? And then a Palico, and then a Rathalos, and I was like, holy shit, this is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it just looks insanely amazing, so I really can't wait to see how that unfolds. They were very vague, and I'm mad that they were, but at the same time, it gives me something to look forward to. So I do have this Monster Hunter that I need to dive in, so I'm gonna jump in there, so I'm not left.
You haven't started it.
I've been so busy with all these other games. I have it sitting in the plastic wrap, believe it or not. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? But
well, the second you get on, I'll jump on with you and I'll help you power through it. It's pretty good. I wonder, however, if they're gonna do a little event where they have something Final Fantasy 14-ish in Monster Hunter. So that's really interesting to think about and look forward to.
Right? Yeah, I got to get on there and hit that next level cap anyways. Final Fantasy 14, I've been slacking, so we'll get on that.
I haven't played in a little while.
Too many games. It's too much. Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. That looked really happy. It looks like it's going to be one of those happy, sappy... I don't know. I liked it, though. It reminded me of Radio Flyer, that old movie back in the day.
Yeah.
Just makes your heart warm type of games.
Mm-hmm. And I think that it's a good addition to the world that already exists. So,
oh yeah, I really like the art in the video where it looked like the kid was dressed up like any kid that's I'm a knight, he's got a pan on his head or something like that, or a paper helmet or whatever have you, and he's shooting blasts, and it's cool because as he's shooting them, he's pow pow, making sounds, and then for a moment. Yeah, they slowly start to transform into actual blasts, but then the blasts are in the air and look like it's it's part of his imagination. It looks like a kid drew these giant blasts in the air, but it looks cool, and then it keeps going back and forth between reality, what's actually there and what's not. And I was just this is unique. I'm interested. I'm on board. So that caught my eye. And again, that name was Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, which will be free download June 26th.
I can't remember the exact date, but I just know that it's going to have clues about Life is Strange 2, and it's just a spin-off of Life is Strange.
They kept saying it's not the same thing, but same.
It's a spin-off.
Same universe.
It's in the same world.
Right? Shut up. We're gonna buy it or download it, I should say. Dragon Quest,
which is the dragon version of Final Fantasy with how many sequels
right?
they have.
They're on 11 now. 11.
11. Mm-hmm.
And I've never been. Well, let me backtrack for a second. I've never been a diehard like Dragon Quest fan like how I am Final Fantasy. However, they do make a pretty damn good game. I'm not interested just because I just got done playing Xenoblade 2, and it's got like a very similar feel. It's one of those types of games where it's got like some of the old school RPG, a lot of the old school RPG aspects to it. Mm-hmm. But I think for like that fan base, it's going to be amazing.
I'm sorry, I've been playing most of the handheld games. That's all I've found time for in the Dragon Quest world. But I'm actually looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be pretty good.
So yeah, now that's going to be in stores September 4th. So that's going to be available for PS4 and Steam, I believe. So that should be cool. Babylon's Fall, PS4 and Steam, that's coming out 2019. They were super vague. It was just a video. So if you get some time, look that up on your own. I'd give you more details, but they didn't. So why should we? Petty.
Yeah, they have Just Cause 4 showed some more detail. You got a closer look at weather, gadgets, destruction in the game, and also vehicles. So if anybody's a Just Cause fan, that's something you can look forward to. It's looking pretty good to me. I haven't really played those games, but they always looked interesting. Nier Automata.
It's coming to Xbox. That's surprising. And the Microsoft Store?
That actually was. I was happy for the Xbox folks because now they get to enjoy how awesome that is. And I really thought that was only a matter of time.
Yeah, that game's popular as hell. Like, I personally haven't played it. I've watched just streaming of it. One of those things like I meant to get and I just, it slipped through my fingers. I'm probably going to go back now. If Xbox is getting it, I can't let them have the upper hand.
Nah, you got to play it first just to rub it in the face.
Right. I got about 10, 12 days, give or take. I think, well, maybe a little more. June 26th it comes out. So they'll be excited about that.
Yeah, you'd be able to beat it in more than enough time if you could probably play it for 2 days and beat it in that 2-day time frame. Probably not get like everything 100%, but you'd be able to beat the main storyline for sure.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of want to get it on PC. Just saying, switch it up a little bit.
It's really good. I don't know. I like it on PlayStation. It's pretty good.
We'll see. Maybe I'll cave. I'll see if PlayStation has a sale, just to be petty.
Yeah, they might.
That's what I've been looking for sales constantly. Octopath Traveler. I just wanted to mention that. That's a new game coming out on the Switch. It's old school, like super old school RPG game. Like it looks like Final Fantasy like 4 or something, but it looks fun as hell. And it has 8 different classes to play with. They said it's supposed to be coming out July 13th. We're kind of vague on the details. Just, there's 8 classes that are all like your basic, warrior, mage, dancer, like those types of classes that you get. So that should be kind of cool. I should say 8 characters, each one being a different class is what it looked like to me.
Oh, on the Final Fantasy route too, just so everyone knows, Square Enix is doing a US sale. There's like freebie and cheap Final Fantasy games in the store right now, since they were dropping a bunch of awesome bombs on us for the Square Enix side.
Oh yeah, I mean everything was dope. I loved everything that Square Enix is doing.
Oh yeah, man! And then they finally showed like legit gameplay for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I started like crying because I've been waiting for this for so long. Like I was legit tears. Brand looks at me and he's like, "Mommy, are you crying?" Fuck yeah, I'm crying. Get away from me,
dude. The fucking the Pirates of the Caribbean level. Oh my god, it's like being in the movie. That's oh my god, I cannot wait to play that. Like they keep showing clips here and there, and I'm getting excited. But like that, every time I see one that's like new stuff, I'm like, okay, that sold me. But no, seriously, this trumps the Wreck-It Ralph video they posted. This trumps the Toy Story video they posted. Like the Pirates of the Caribbean
one.
It trumps all of them for me. Like I was just like, is that Johnny Depp? I'm hanging out with Johnny Depp.
It sure the fuck is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be dope.
Before we move more into the Sony stuff, I just wanted to touch base on the Bethesda stuff. So Fallout 76 was announced, and everybody was throwing fits that were Elder Scrolls fans because they're like, "Oh, we have another Fallout game coming out. We had all these expansions for Fallout 4 and nothing for Elder Scrolls before, even though we had a lot of DLC." But Elder Scrolls 6 was announced. All they did was pan on some land, so a lot of us are just like, is it Elsewhere? Is it Black Marsh? We don't know, but that's something to look out for too.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. And not to get away, I should have said something when you were saying the Just Cause game. I did want to mention the one thing that stood out to me for Just Cause was the weather environment that they're doing. Apparently, they're adding in like massive tornadoes that are supposed to hit in this crazy South American, pretend world that they built, and blizzards and
some of the weather,
sandstorms, and it's supposed to be like really interactive. So I just wanted to mention that to people to take your time and make sure.
Get your ass whipped by a tornado.
Exactly.
Get whipped right up into the air.
Oh, get folded by a tornado. Yeah, I'm good. The Quiet Man game, that looked kind of cool. It was a really short trailer where it's a dude who literally is apparently mute, and I guess he's in like an alley, and there's some like thugs that are like yelling something at him, and he kind of gives a gesture like, "Bro, I don't hear what you're saying." And then he beats the shit out of them, and they don't say anything else. Like, it just is like the Quiet Man coming. Whatever they said. Like, I don't know if I don't think they announced the date, so probably next year, I would assume. Or I actually no, more info in August. There we go. So in August, we'll know a little bit more about whatever the hell that was, but it caught my attention. Fallout 76 looks dope, online multiplayer, like Gia was saying. So, I mean, everybody's buying that.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of going to be like Elder Scrolls Online. Like, you can do stuff alone, but it's a MMO. That's what it looks like to me, anyway.
I can't wait. I love the Fallout series. Like, every time they come out with something, it's just fun. Futuristic society. Rage 2. Personally, I'm not excited about that at all. It looks a lot like the first one. It just reminds me of like an alternative to Borderlands, kind of meets Halo. You're fighting mutants, things blow up, and you've got a mohawk because you're so aggressive. I don't know if they're marketed towards,
because you're a badass.
Yeah, they
edgy.
They got to be marketed towards like badass, like 8th graders or something. I don't know what the hell this is, but I don't know. I mean, it's got to mark if you like it. I'm not, no shade, but you probably never kissed a girl, so
probably not.
Doom Eternal, they showed like 2 seconds of that, and basically it looked really
I'm not gonna get my hopes up for it. I'm gonna wait because like that last Doom piece of trash game they put out like hurt my feelings, so I'm gonna wait until I see more on that to make an actual like opinion.
Well, on the website they said that there's gonna be twice as many demons. I don't know if that means it's going to be good, but you've got a lot of shit to kill. And at QuakeCon in August, they're going to be giving out more information on it. They've got a really short, like maybe 15-second trailer. It's very, very short, but the graphics do look real cool. But I'm not sold on that, so we'll have to see more. Prey is getting a Moon Crash update, which I believe is already live, or it's about to go live this week at some point. So that one's supposed to have like story mode updates, new game plus updates, survival mode updates. Obviously, it is a DLC package, so they're going to have new enemies, hazards, loot boxes, or not loot boxes, just new loot drops. And it's supposed to be different each time you play. So like, it's not like there's going to be a specific boss where, you got to fight him because he drops that thing. Like, no, he might drop multiple things. So I was like, that's cool. It's a basic DLC in my opinion, but they tried to hype it up like it was more than what it was.
Yeah.
And then other mentionable games that, like, just so you guys know they dropped that I don't even feel like getting into because they're not my cup of tea was Wolfenstein Youngblood. Gia, anything to add to that?
No, I don't really play the Wolfenstein games.
Starfield?
I never got into them.
Starfield?
Nope.
All right, well, that's the two of us. Now, let's talk really quick about that Last of Us 2 trailer.
Oh boy, I actually looks like a Last of Us that I will play more than once because I only played. So I played Last of Us 1 when it first came out. I played the remaster on the PlayStation 4 because I got it on my PlayStation 4, but it wasn't one of those games where I would replay it. But this one actually looks really good, and I think I'm hoping I'm not getting my hopes up, but it looked pretty good, and I don't know what the relevance of her whole like flashback to totally decimating people while she was kissing another chick. I'm not sure what that had to do with the kiss, but I guess we'll see.
Everything to do. The kiss sold me. Now I want to buy it.
I guess.
God of War 4 is getting a new game plus mode coming out. They haven't said the date or what that's going to entail, but I
just hope that I get a platinum trophy for it.
I know, right? I'm kind of interested in that. I'm like, the game was short, but it was like long at the same time. Like it was just like a drawn out, I need to know what the hell's going on story. So I'm wondering,
because of all the side quest stuff.
man, yeah, the completist in me like wouldn't allow me to just walk away. I'd be like, okay, I got to get this puzzle and these other 7 puzzles before I can move on. Like, it's terrible. It's a gift and a curse.
The Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm fucking excited. The second I saw Leon, I knew what it was. I was just like, Resident Evil! And Brand's like, what's Resident Evil? You gonna learn today, child. And then a zombie bit someone's neck. He was like, whoa!
I started to get excited, but then I was like, it's probably going to be like some weird thing where they just bring Leon back. And then like when they were like, no, Resident Evil 2.
It's an actual remake of the second one.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I assumed that, but I didn't want to get ahead of myself because, again, I thought it was just going to be some bullshit. You know how new games are these days. So to know that it was like an actual solid remake, I'm like, oh, yes, this is everything. I'll get that because Resident Evil to me hasn't been good since 3, maybe 4, but
I liked Code Veronica a lot, but 5 and 6 were trash.
Yeah, 5 is when I stopped playing completely. I was like, nope, took that shit back to the store the same night. I was like, dude, take this. Don't want it. So, sorry, guys. That's just how I felt.
Yeah. Next one, Death Stranding. I've been waiting for that for years, so I was really excited to see more gameplay and what they're doing with it. I thought that was really interesting, and it's very pretty.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Spider-Man. Did you get feels?
Yes, so you start off with Electro fucking things up, and then it just starts bringing in all the rest of the bad guys. I guess they're going to be some of your main bad guys, but I was really mad about that cliffhanger. So, like, I don't know what they're doing, but they hurt my feelings.
You're swinging through, and it's like a prison breakout, and like she's saying, there's Electro, and it's like, oh, okay. Then Rhino comes out, who looks super badass. Then Scorpion comes out. Then Vulture comes out. Then Mr. Negative comes out, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then they're all ganging up on Spider-Man at the same time. Scorpion stabs him in the fucking back, and it looks like he's going to die, and they're just like, cliffhanger, goodbye.
Yeah. He's like, oh, it's you? Who? Who the fuck is it? Who is it, man? Nah, fuck you.
Oh, my God. And then Mr. Negative, I forgot about Mr. Negative completely, completely forgot. Yeah. So I was like, who the hell is that? It took me a good 5 minutes to think and be like, oh yeah, the guy that manipulates light and dark energy. The angry Chinese man.
Yeah, Neo 2 had the shortest fucking trailer in the history of the world. Same with Destiny. Destiny's one looked like trash, and Neo looked really good, but it was so short that it's like, oh cool, another Neo game.
Dude, yeah, I mean, it caught my attention. It was pretty. I don't know if I'm getting it though.
And then. Was it the creator of Rick and Morty, Trevor Saves the Universe? I'm looking forward to that because that just looks cool. And with Rick and Morty being fucking amazing, I'm sure that's going to be amazing. I heard
Morty's voice, so I was sold. Call of Duty, ew.
Oh, God. No, let's not even talk about that. Let's just move into Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, let's just, God, I want to talk about that, but let's just let people know that the stuff they're doing with Call of Duty, I'm not a fan. I think it's trash, and I also think people who play it are simple. There, I don't feel bad. But just so you guys know, because there are people who actually like it, they're bringing back remastered maps from Black Ops 1 and 2.
3, Black Ops.
No, 1 and 2 are coming to 4, and if you own 3 and pre-order 4, then they're going to give you the remastered maps for 1 and 2 to play on 3. So yeah, I know what I just said. Yeah. That sounds like a not very good deal to me. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, thanks for giving us the same shit again.
The only time I play Black Ops is to play the zombie maps. That's literally all I will play on that because Call of Duty has been garbage and I only like the zombie mods. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to give them more of my money just to be disappointed again.
And you're not wrong for that. They're not getting a dime out of me. But also, fans should know that if you have PlayStation Plus, COD Black Ops 3 is going to be free for you guys. So
yeah, they just actually released it today in conjunction with the Sony conference for people to download.
So yeah, get on that. Tell all your friends. Let people know if you want that. Get it. I mean, sucks if you spent $60 last year. Killed you. Right? Now let's go back to Ghost of Tsushima. Jesus Christ, that game looks so freaking beautiful. It looks so like how sex feels.
Dude, they made the leaves look like legit fucking leaves.
He's on the horse, just going through this, I would assume was a Japanese countryside, oh my God, need in my life. And I got feels like that little cutscene where there's the samurai sword fight, and it I can't even describe. Like, it kind of reminds you a little bit of kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but also kind of reminds you of like For Honor, the way that they're fighting. Like, it's just, it looks so good.
And it even went as far to remind me of Basilisk and also Ninja Scroll, just with the, you know, all the infighting and, you know, just the brutality of some
It looks
of the
like
kills.
it's going to be hard, though. Like, I like watching it. I had like flashbacks I didn't want to have of like Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, I was like, yeah, this looks tricky. And
oh man.
And then I think the guy, whoever the hell he is, fighting the woman, like defeats her in combat, and then she gets on her knees like he's about to cut her head off with the sword, and it just looks like so hardcore. And then they're just like, coming later. You're like, oh.
Well, after they get bum rushed by a bunch of Mongols.
Well, yeah, okay, fine.
So we'll see.
Goddamn Mongolians.
Goddamn Mongolians always sucking down my shit.
Oh god, lots of listeners.
Oh god.
So yeah,
probably Johnny.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much like everything I wanted to, you know, touch base on outside of, you know, I don't know if you wanted to get into more detail with Death Stranding or not with our good friend Norman.
No, I think just if you are a fan of Kojima at all, go and watch that trailer and just get into the thought process. Think about what's going on, what you think might happen, and just...
It's just going to be Daryl
excited.
from Walking Dead, the movie, and he's carrying around a vat with a fetus inside of it. Very, very strange. And they're getting chased by the monsters from Ajin. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a fetus at one point, because he says that he's a delivery guy and he's carrying like an adult-sized body too. So he delivers things.
I can't wait to see more about that. Even if I don't buy it myself, like I would love to watch that streaming. It just looks like it's going to be a beautiful story. So, all right, well, that's pretty much all I had. You know, tune in the days to come.
That's all I got too.
We'll be covering a little bit more footage of E3. So as always, add us on Facebook and Twitter, Snapchat. You can go to our central hub, bodysnatcherspodcast.com, and we're also on YouTube. So take care.
See ya.